We did it.
A thing of wonder, a thing
Right.
of absolute wonder.
Absolutely. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning, Jason. How are you this excellent, fine Tuesday?
I'm doing very well. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I've got a head start on the day. So even though it's bright and early, let me mute this phone. Yeah, so ready to tackle the day with some fun stuff for you here as well. I've got a new platform to share with you, Shannon. I
Mm.
know, we've got the holidays coming up, which means also lots of cooking, food preparation, the whole nine. You've got obviously a big home chef in your household,
It's
so I
true.
thought this would be
True.
pretty interesting for you. Um, so yeah, let's dive right into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're checking out today a website called Supercook, and it's just
Okay.
supercook.com. This is another one that you do not need a login. You can just kind of access right away from the web, free to use. What's really cool about Supercook that I found, I just started playing with this yesterday, is that you add your ingredients on the left-hand side here from everything in your pantry or your refrigerator, and automatically starts generating things that you can make and giving you recipes that you can drill down into with what you have. So what's really funny here is that the only ingredients they assume you have are salt, pepper, and water, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then you can go ahead and start adding. If I click on egg here, it'll go and generate 608 recipes that I can make with egg. Now, obviously, there are some overlap, but I mean, if I've got water, salt, pepper, and an egg, I've got plenty of options to choose from here. And as I start to add different ingredients, the recipes start to update and change. So now I can make 733. If we add white rice, we can throw in some vegetables here, tomatoes, carrots, and you can see it starts to kind of shift around. So, uh,
Wow.
yeah, so you can actually go into your refrigerator right now, see everything you have, start plugging in all the different ingredients, and then it'll start spitting out ideas for you to go ahead and make.
This
This
is a dream.
I know. So it's like a reverse. So when I think about, I was having this conversation last week. It's always tough because I like to cook as well at home. I like to find really cool recipes from recipe books or online. But one of the issues is that nearly every recipe, and you guys know this at your house, you have to go and buy special ingredients for that meal, right? So
Yes.
we also have a ton of stuff already on hand. So it's nice to just kind of see, okay, what do we have, and we can kind of start plugging those in, and then it gives us those options here.
This is incredible. What I like about this is allowing you to maximize the things you already have in your household. And one of my favorite memes is, oh no, I grew up in an ingredient household and I live in an ingredient household. And I love this, just thinking about your pantry and maximizing your pantry, especially for those weird things that you might buy for one silly recipe that you're like, whatever am I going to do with Vegemite now?
Yeah, here's sweetened condensed milk, right? You're picking that up, or maybe you just have it on hand, right? And you're just like, I should probably use this for something. We've got all these different smoothie ideas, or different types of like Easter coconut cheese cupcakes. That could be pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we click on one, now we can kind of see a preview here, and then it tells you the ingredients, right? We know we've already have these on hand because we've kind of entered them, and then we can drill down and see the full recipe as well. So it takes us and links out to these gluten-free coconut and cheese cupcakes, which actually sound pretty good.
That
So
does sound pretty good.
I'm
Okay, so
excelling this morning.
I've got 2 big questions, and they
Sure.
are, 1, what's feeding this? And it looked like that just popped out to,
Yeah.
somebody's food blog, like an original food blog. So what are they just reaching out to everything on the internet? How are
Yeah,
they finding
I
their
want to
source?
say it's some sort of, yeah, obviously an aggregator, right? So it's probably scraping all of these recipes, right, from different sources and then compiling this huge database and then allowing us to kind of tweak the ingredients over here on the left-hand side. So then we can go back through on the left and we can like say, I don't want to get rid of the tomatoes. Another really cool feature on the key ingredients now, we can actually click and be like, okay, so we have all these listed, but these are the ones that I want to focus on, right? Like the strawberry, coconut, maybe milk, obviously. And then we
Wow.
apply those. We apply those, and now we have more skewed results banana berry smoothie bowl. All these sound so good. I'm gonna make a smoothie.
Wow.
So
I love this.
this is great. So I was thinking like use cases, right? You're getting ready to, you have a party coming up or you're hosting a party and you're just looking for some things that might be unique. You can plug these in. They're also, Shannon, kind of, marketing themselves, at least from the Google perspective, if you Google the website as like a zero waste recipe generator. So I think that's another component, right? If we look at how much food's being wasted in not only worldwide but in the country. I pulled a crazy statistic here. We're looking at 2.5 billion tons of food waste every year worldwide, and then the United States alone 60 million tons, so 120 billion pounds every year. Shannon,
Wow.
I don't have many, but one of my pet peeves is that I work a hybrid schedule, right? I'm on site with clients, I work remote, I kind of work from wherever, I work from home. So sometimes grocery shopping can be a little bit tricky and difficult. And if you forget
Sure.
to freeze those items, right, they go bad. And then nothing pains me more to have to kind of toss out food. Or remember last week we were talking and my son accidentally left the refrigerator cracked and we
Yes.
lost a lot of stuff, that we had to throw out. And it's just, I feel so bad. So I think just from a utilization perspective, using a tool kind of like Supercook here could be something that's pretty neat.
Okay, I love that. And so before I get to my second question, which
Sure.
is going to be around the commercials, is I wanted to tell you that I know of two really cool apps slash services that help to minimize food waste.
Ooh,
And I probably could have thought of more, but these ones, if I would have known what we were doing today, which I'm glad we didn't because that is the
great.
premise of this show, there is an app called Too Good to Go.
Too good to go.
Yes, and on Too Good To Go, you can actually look at, what's happening in your city and who's got extra food, bakeries, delis. So, it's pretty cool because it will show you, "Hey, you can get bagels from this local bagel joint, and you can get a dozen for $1 if it's an hour before they close." And so
Wow.
they're helping to minimize the amount of food that they have left over, which is really, really cool. I love Too Good To Go. Obviously, it works probably a little bit better in bigger cities,
Yeah.
but it's a
Yeah.
really cool app.
Is this it here? I pulled up the screen. This looks like this could be it.
This is it.
Top
Yep, this is
version.
it.
Download the app. This looks really cool. I love this idea, Shannon.
I
Um,
do too. I do too. And it's great if you're a traveler, if you're somebody that's traveling, it's a really cool way to find out a place you might not have found before.
yeah, absolutely. Surprise bags. This looks pretty neat. I'm gonna definitely check this out.
I love Too Good To Go, and the other, service slash app that I know about that helps to minimize food waste is called Harvey,
Oh,
Harvie, based here in Pittsburgh, and Harvey does a really nice job of sending you, sort of ugly food, ugly fruit, especially in America, we're looking for food perfection, so these are the sort of things that maybe people wouldn't have looked into, or it might have been extra. It's like a CSA, but a smidge more of a surprise, which I really
yeah. Yeah, I've seen the Harvey trucks around the city as well. It looks like they've expanded as well too here. So you could even go in, looks like Philly and up into the north of Pittsburgh as well, Cranberry Ely. And you can check here to see if they deliver. Yeah, I've heard great things about them. Big fan of kind of like you'd mentioned too, those ugly food, right? Scenarios. It's
yes.
like the food's perfectly good. It just doesn't look great. And you can, there's a lot of that just kind of getting glossed over or skipped over. But
We have to talk about it, right? One of the things that I'm teaching that marketing class for the Point Park MBA, and we talked a lot about technology and the responsibility for the environment because we're creating such a surge, particularly with AI. So looking for ways to sort of offset that and be more responsible when it comes to the environment is pretty critical and imperative for technology. But I'll step off of my soapbox. I see you were already standing on, so thanks for letting me up here. But how does this website, Supercook, monetize itself? Where are they getting their money from?
that I'm not very sure of. I'll go back and share here. I didn't really see, oh, ads, right? So I deleted a lot of them right out of the gate. Let me go ahead and switch back over here. So yeah, if I refresh, we might be able to see some of them. I noticed that it's just kind of an advertising Google ads. They're all gone now, probably because I closed the X, right? So they're up. Here's some down here. You can see.
Okay.
reliable internet with now. So yeah, so they're relying on traffic, obviously, and then they're going to get that ad revenue from either displays or impressions or people clicking on those. So
That's
um,
wild. I love it. I mean, in 2024, I'm always surprised when somebody just lets you use something for free.
oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. And if they can make money off this, great. It's a super cool resource. You can just go ahead and close these X's here. There's a couple Google ads that just pop up, but you can get those out of the way so they're not too invasive. And you're also getting a ton of value out of this. And you mentioned some AI earlier, so I would be hesitant if I didn't mention that there is a GPT out there called Fridge Inspector that allows you to upload a picture from your refrigerator. And we're starting to see some smart devices do this too, I think, in the kitchen as well, where you can upload a picture. It's going to give you a rundown of
Whoa.
what they see, right? So this multimodal kind of image recognition. And then we could say, yeah, I've got chicken. Give me recipes.
This is fantastic. Wow.
Spit out maybe something with what it's seeing there. So I pulled obviously an image, online, like a stock photo of a refrigerator. But here we're getting herb marinated chicken tacos, chicken and red cabbage stir fry, right? And it's giving the ingredients.
Yum.
And then it's like, which one would you like to try? Let's just say, let's go number 5. And it should spit out, I would believe, step-by-step instructions, which again,
This is fantastic.
nice little side note here. If somebody's already using GPT, how many servings? Oh, well, this is going to be a pretty big shindig, Shannon.
It's going to be a big shindig.
Let's do 8. I'm ready for the holiday shindigs.
I know. Let's go. Bring them on. And I think one of the things that's always interesting and creative is seeing how people turn traditions on their head. And AI certainly is going to make it more possible for people to say, I need a variation on the green bean casserole with the crispy French's fried onions on top.
Correct. Yep. So there we have our recipe, our ingredients, and all the instructions. So pretty neat.
That is fantastic. I absolutely love this, Jason. This was a fun way to think about how we can maximize our resources and have really delicious meals while we're at home.
Absolutely. Cool, Shan. This is fun. I'm hungry now, so I'm going to go and eat some breakfast.
Seems like a good idea. Seems like a good idea. Hey, just a reminder to everybody this weekend, if you're in one of the areas of the United States where we are changing the clocks, that is this weekend.
It's going to be so dark. It's already dark now on the commute, taking my daughter to school, and it's like pretty dark now. It's going to be pitch black, I think, in the morning. So get ready for it.
Get ready for it. Here we go. Cozy season is upon us, Jason.
Yes, it is. All right, Shannon. I will see you next time.
All right. Have a great Tuesday.
Do small eyes.